There was once a man, perhaps like you, who searched and searched. He looked for happiness, for success, for love. And every time he thought he'd found it, it slipped through his fingers like sand, like a butterfly he tried to catch, only to realise the moment you grasp too tightly, it crumbles, it escapes, it dissolves. And then something changed. Something shifted deep inside. Because you see, there's a secret, a truth so simple, so profound, that once you hear it, it becomes impossible not to feel it in every fibre of your being. Nothing is a thing. Everything is a process. Love is not something you have. It's something you do. Something you cultivate. Something that moves and flows and expands. Success is not a destination. It's a dance, a rhythm. A pulse that beats to every moment of aligned action. Happiness is not a possession. It's a state, a movement, an ebb and flow like the tide, sometimes high, sometimes low, but always, always moving. And isn't it fascinating how the more you realise this, the more everything just clicks into place? Because when you stop chasing, when you stop grasping at shadows, you begin to play, to flow, to move with the ever-changing dance of life. And there's something else, something even more powerful. Predictability is death. Have you ever noticed the people who are most magnetic, the most captivating, the ones you just can't take your eyes off of? They have something, an energy, a spark, an unpredictability that keeps you hanging on their every word, their every move. Because life is never still, and neither are they. They inject humour. They shift patterns. They dance between emotions with effortless grace. They're never stuck, never rigid, never trapped in a single state. As you hear this, you might find yourself already beginning to move that way, already feeling that shift inside, as if a door is opening, as if something in you is waking up. And the funniest thing is, when you let go of the need to be in control, you gain more control than ever. Because true mastery, it isn't about locking yourself into one state, one emotion, one way of being. It's about riding the waves, shifting gears, becoming the person who can be intense one moment, playful the next, mysterious, passionate, light-hearted, flowing effortlessly from one to the other. And as you do that, as you embrace that dance, something incredible happens. You become magnetic. You become fascinating. You become the kind of person that people are drawn to without even knowing why. And isn't that fascinating? Because as you hear this, as you let these words sink in, something inside you knows that the most powerful, the most joyful, the most free way to live is to flow, to embrace change, to interrupt patterns, to create humour, to allow emotions to shift, to let life move through you like a river. Sometimes rushing, sometimes still, always alive. And as you feel this, as you realise how deeply this truth has already begun to take root inside you, you might just smile, because this is who you are now. This is how you move through the world, effortless, playful, unstoppable. And the most beautiful thing, you don't even have to try. It just happens automatically, naturally, right now. And isn't it fascinating how the moment you stop looking for something as if it's lost, it just appears. Like the word on the tip of your tongue that only arrives when you stop trying. Like the keys that you find the moment you stop searching. Because you're never missing anything, not really. What if happiness was never something to chase, but something you allow? What if success was never a finish line, but a rhythm that you step into? What if love was never a thing to possess, but a dance, a movement, a current that carries you effortlessly when you simply let go? And as you let these thoughts settle, a deeper knowing emerges, because you already understand, don't you? Life is not a still photograph, frozen in time. Life is a river, flowing changing, shifting. And the more you try to hold still, the more it slips through your fingers. But the moment you release, something magical happens. Because when you embrace the flow, when you step into the dance, when you become the movement itself, you discover the greatest secret of all. You were never stuck. You were just standing still. And isn't it funny how people cling to the idea that happiness, success, confidence, love, they're all objects, things to be found, earned, taken, held. As if life hands you a trophy and says, here, you've got it now, forever. But you know better. You know every moment is an opportunity to create, to choose, to shift. Because the second you change the frame, you change the picture. The moment you change the meaning, you change the reality. And when you step back, when you see it from above, from a new angle, from a fresh perspective, suddenly, what once seemed impossible, unavoidable, overwhelming, becomes simply fluid, easy. And isn't ease what you were looking for all along? Because isn't it true? The most magnetic, the most fascinating, the most charismatic people, they're the ones who don't grip too tightly, the ones who flow, who play, who dance with reality, instead of fighting against it. Predictability is boring. Stagnation is death. And the moment you truly, deeply, unconsciously understand this, something shifts. Because what is confidence really? But the ability to dance through uncertainty. What is power but the mastery of flow? What's joy but the art of movement? And it all becomes so effortless, doesn't it? Because right now, as you hear these words, as they sink in, as something inside you clicks in, you realise you're already becoming the kind of person who plays with life, who bends meaning, who embraces unpredictability, who laughs at rigidity, who smiles at change, who moves through the world like a force of nature. Because that is what you are, isn't it? A storm, a breeze, a river, a wildfire. Never stuck, never stagnant, always flowing, always growing, always alive. And that is what people are drawn to. That is why you become impossible to ignore. Because when you flow, you invite others into the current. When you dance, others want to dance with you. When you embrace change, you become the catalyst for transformation in everyone around you. And the funniest thing, it happens all on its own, automatically, naturally, right now. Enjoy the shift. It's already happening.